Grosvenor family's drive for power dates back to the origins of modern Britain. Their fierce ancestor, Hugh Lupus, was the chief huntsman for William the Conqueror. His relentless effort in defending Cheshire from Welsh invaders earned him lands in the pivotal year of 1066. Known affectionately as Fat Hugh, his crest featured a laughing dog, which later inspired Lewis Carroll's Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland. The family's ascent into nobility began with Sir Richard Grosvenor, the first baronet, who was born on a cold January morning in 1585. After completing his education at Oxford and serving as the High Sheriff of Cheshire, Sir Richard Grosvenor used his increasing influence to be knighted by King James the Tathern on a sunny summer day in 1617 in the peaceful Vale Royal. To put this in context, Sir Richard was knighted during the era of Shakespeare and the publication of the King James Bible. Sir Richard further gained the public's admiration and votes as a charismatic Member of Parliament for Cheshire in 1621 and earned the prestigious title of Baronet a year later. His well-written diary entries from that time continue to be valued historical insights in the 21st century. The Grosvenor legacy continued with the brave Sir Richard Grosvenor, the second baronet, a staunch royalist during the Civil War. As High Sheriff of Cheshire in 1643, the same role his father had held, he expelled Parliament supporters from the chaotic Battle of Edgehill. Standing firmly by his convictions, he later allied with George Booth in the unsuccessful Royalist uprising of 1659. Succession brought forth the visionary Sir Thomas Grosvenor, the third baronet, who laid the foundation for their vast property empire. He oversaw the construction of an impressive residence which would become the majestic Eaton Hall in Cheshire. The extensive estate, with its manicured gardens, fertile farmland, lush woodlands, and expansive parkland, greatly contributed to the Grosvenor family's prominence and the prosperity of the Cheshire community. In 1677, Sir Thomas married the elegant Mary Davies, whose dowry significantly boosted the Grosvenors' land holdings. This modest 500-acre patch of meadows and marshland underwent a dramatic transformation into the affluent districts of Mayfair and Belgravia as London expanded westward. The Grosvenor family wisely harnessed this potential, shaping their growing influence and wealth. Through strategic investments and visionary leadership, the Duke capitalized on the shifting dynamics of the late 19th century economy. While many aristocratic families struggled to adapt to the decline of the agricultural economy, the Grosvenors, through a fortunate series of events, positioned themselves at the forefront of London's rapid urban expansion. Under his shrewd guidance, Belgravia began its transformation, turning marshy tracts into luxurious residences. Similarly, Mayfair was developed into an area of opulent homes, alongside Pimlico, making them some of the most coveted addresses in London. In 1852, the Duke solidified his connection to the British monarchy by marrying his cousin, Lady Constance Sutherland Leveson Gower, in a ceremony at St. James's Palace, attended by Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. This event strengthened the Grosvenor family's association with the royal court, bolstered by his mother-in-law's favoured status within the royal circle. Building on these connections, the Grosvenor family reached a significant milestone in their rise to the pinnacle of Britain's influential elite in 1874. In 1874, recognizing the vital role the Grosvenors played in transforming London's cityscape, Queen Victoria bestowed upon Hugh Grosvenor the prestigious title of Duke of Westminster. Hugh's son, Gerald Cavendish Grosvenor, the 6th Duke of Westminster, further expanded the family fortune, skillfully steering the modern Grosvenor Empire to new heights of affluence and influence. By his era, the Grosvenor name had become synonymous with first-class real estate. During the post-war period of the 1950s, the Grosvenor domain expanded beyond its London heartland. In the inaugural edition of the Sunday Times Rich List, published in 1989, He was ranked as the second wealthiest person in the United Kingdom, with a staggering fortune of £3.2 billion, equivalent to £8.47 billion today, second only to Queen Elizabeth II. Gerald Grosvenor's visionary leadership heralded an era of significant expansion and diversification for the Grosvenor Group. The company broadened its property portfolio across multiple sectors and locales, including urban property, food and ag tech, and rural estates. Its urban property ventures involved the development and management of vibrant urban sites, notably contributing to the renaissance of Washington, D.C. since 1988. In the food and tech sector, the Grosvenor Group invested in companies transforming the food and agriculture industries, focusing on human health, environmental sustainability, and economic viability. Their rural estates managed a variety of agricultural, residential, and commercial properties across rural Cheshire and parts of Chester city centre. The prestigious history of the Grosvenor lineage, like many old money families, is not without its scandals. Behind the wealth and grandeur, controversies often lurk, tarnishing the family's polished image. In the late 2000s, Gerald Cavendish Grosvenor, the 6th Duke of Westminster, was involved in a scandal. Media reports in 2008 associated him with the Emperor's Club VIP, a high-end call girl ring linked to New York Governor Eliot Spitzer's downfall. It was alleged that despite the family's vast fortune, the Duke haggled with a call girl over the cost of their liaison. This revelation marred the family's reputation and sparked gossip among the British elite. The Grosvenor family's name was further tarnished a few years later when the Paradise Papers implicated them in another scandal. The leaked documents revealed an extensive network of offshore tax havens used by wealthy and influential figures, indicating that the Grosvenors had channeled millions of dividends into concealed offshore companies. In 2019, Hugh Grosvenor, the current Duke of Westminster, faced severe backlash and accusations of social cleansing. This arose when his property group, Grosvenor, planned to demolish Walden House in Belgravia, London, to make way for a new development. This sparked public indignation, resulting in a petition opposing the eviction gathering over 180,000 signatures. In response to the outcry, Westminster City Council announced that all tenants would receive new social housing on the site, effectively averting the eviction. Navigating the 21st century, the Grosvenor family maintains a commanding and influential presence, with their wealth predominantly rooted in their vast land and property assets within London. The family's holdings include half of Mayfair, encompassing freeholds of notable locations such as the American Embassy, the Beaumont Hotel, and the Gagosian Gallery, along with 300 acres of Belgravia. The family's property enterprise, the Grosvenor Group, remains a driving force in urban property development and investment across many of the world's premier cities. They demonstrate considerable expertise in handling listed buildings and developing new properties, often investing in community-oriented features like sports facilities and shopping centers. Internationally, their holdings include notable assets in various locations. In Canada, they own Anasis Island, a vast 485-hectare property in Vancouver's Fraser River. In the United States, Grosvenor Americas focuses on property development and investment with diverse projects spread across the nation. In Hong Kong, the Grosvenor Group has invested in luxury home development through a Bermuda entity, Grosvenor Land Property Fund Limited. Additionally, the Grosvenor Group boasts investments across various European countries, including France, Spain, and Portugal. The current family figurehead is Hugh Grosvenor, the 7th Duke of Westminster, with a net worth nearing a staggering $12.5 billion. Known for his youthful charm, Hugh Grosvenor has been described as having been born with the longest silver spoon anyone can have. Despite his colossal wealth and privilege, in true old money fashion, he favors a low-key lifestyle, avoiding public scrutiny. His close friendship with Prince William extends to him being the godfather to Prince George, symbolizing the close ties between the Grosvenor and royal families. Furthermore, this connection is deepened as the Grosvenors have long been closely allied with the royal family, with the 7th Duke of Westminster being one of King Charles's 33 godchildren. One of the Grosvenor family's most influential women today is Lady Edwina Grosvenor, the sister of the 7th Duke of Westminster. Born into exceptional wealth and privilege, she has chosen a path of philanthropy and prison reform. She is the founder and chair of One Small Thing, an organization that collaborates with prisoners and staff in male and female prisons, and a founding investor and ambassador of the Clink restaurant chain, which prepares prisoners for the catering industry. Through centuries of strategic decisions, visionary leadership, and the convergence of destiny, the Grosvenors have transformed from stalwart knights of the British realm since the days of William the Conqueror to a modern old money British family that owns some of the richest parts of London. What are your thoughts on the secret billionaire family running the London real estate? Share that in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the notification bell to stay updated with the latest in the luxury world, only here at Luxury Mindset. See you in the next video.